With the trade deadline having a lot of interesting moves happening, as a Nuggets fan, I was intrigued to see the trade for Aaron Gordon. After his debut with the team scoring 13 points, I think this is probably the best move Denver could have made, and I'm going to tell you why. Before we get this video started, as always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, and let's get right into it. Earlier this season, I introduced the possibility of trading for Jimmy Butler, but with the Heat adapting to the season and getting back on track, that option quickly became unavailable. Despite that, the Nuggets weren't winning enough for Jokic to win MVP, and it wasn't look like they'd really be contending. My only worry was that they would end up giving away way too much to get a new player. Some names that were thrown around in trade talks included Drew Holiday or Bradley Beal. And when I originally saw a proposed trade for Aaron Gordon, I didn't like it as it was giving up Will Barton, who is as of now our starting shooting guard, and we would be getting a forward in exchange. But when the trade finally happened, it was better than I could have imagined. Trading Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and a 2025 pick for Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark. Gary Harris just a few years ago was a key piece to the Nuggets, but in the past few years his offense has fallen off a cliff, and he's barely getting minutes. And while I like RJ Hampton, and I think he has potential, most of the Nuggets core is in or entering their mid-20s, and there's no need for super young guys like him. So at the end of the day, we gave up nothing big for an above-average forward. We'll start over Millsap. Gordon brings great full and half-court pass opportunities for Jokic, as well as solid wing defense that the team hasn't had since Grant left. With a starting lineup now of Murray, Barton, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, 4 out of 5 players I would consider as at least above-average starters. And Barton is massively underrated, even by Nuggets fans themselves. And with Millsap now coming off the bench alongside JaVale McGee, Monte Morris, and JaMychal Green, who are all great contributors off the bench, the team is looking more competent than ever. And even with the new signings of Drummond to the Lakers and Aldridge to the Nets, I still think Denver can compete. And I'll always be biased, given that I am and always have been a Nuggets fan, but Gordon adds so much to the team that they were missing. And the offense of the team will now be amazing. And as the season goes on, and Gordon develops more chemistry with the rest of the roster, they'll only get better. Currently at the 5th seed, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the 4th seed, and if they get really hot, they could even make the 3rd seed, but I doubt that at this point. If they go to the 4th seed, Jokic should be a front runner for MVP, and in the playoffs, we saw them make the conference finals last year, and with the talent level in the league nowadays, anything could happen, but I think they're better and should make it back again. Without Aaron Gordon, I couldn't see the Nuggets making a deep playoff run, but after watching him play, I realized how good he could be. With the amazing passing from Jokic, having another cutter and rim runner is great. And on the Magic earlier this season, he was actually a solid 3-point shooter. The Nuggets offense is heavily movement and cutting based, so with Gordon's athleticism, he should fit in flawlessly. And I see him averaging 14 to 16 points per game, on about 45% from the field, and 33 to 35% from 3. And come playoff time, he'll probably be the one guarding the best wing player from the opposing teams. While he isn't anything special, he's better than Porter as of now, and while I think Porter has more defensive potential, that's something that he needs to develop over the coming years, but as of right now, doesn't have the mental parts down. The trade for Aaron Gordon was probably the best move Denver could have made. Getting a good player who adds skill they needed without giving up core pieces, the team is objectively better, and I think they can compete with the best teams and should at least make the conference finals. But what do you think? Do you think there was a better move they could have made? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.